Hold on, let me restart on YouTube. Indeed. In that case, that villain of a blood fiend must be hiding somewhere aboard this train. Indeed, if we are to believe the words of the fixer from earlier, there is a high likelihood that the horde is advancing in this direction from the back of the train. In other words, continuing down the train cars will lead us straight to the blood fiend. Very well, I shan't forsake the opportunity to bring peace to the souls of the innocent passengers, who will have perished by this villain's hands. Dante. Seeing that Don Quixote was now invigorated, the other sinners seemed satisfied now that we had a clearer sight of our goal. Faust, who stood amidst them, nodded in my direction. Well. Well then, let's go. We're making the best of what's available to us at the moment. Let's move forward. For now. Oh, now I got Adobe Corp.
그때를 위해서 미리 음원을 녹음해야 한다는 거군요. 아, 이런. 이것도 녹음되고 있는지는 미처 몰랐네요. 내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Uh-oh. Someone lost?
자, 출발해 볼까요?
어우, 여기는 답답한데. 나도 나가서 싸우면 안 되나?
계약대로 하자고요, 누님.
Not yet.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Decimate.
와, 엄청난 공격이었어. 기념할 만한 걸.
벌써 끝나가는 거.
The screen's flashing red for a moment too, so something must be up.
내가 있는 곳까지 흔들리던데.
네, 완벽한 돌입이었어요.
불길 속으로.
Zap! Zap! Zappity zap zap!
완벽한 순간. 시원한 걸. 효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요. 지금은
Yeah, there is backup.
너 위기에 강하다 그런 거야?
Okay, so now we're seeing the moment where enemies have reinforcements too. Seamless reinforcements.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
Alright, now we got loaded up with Rift Space.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
불길 속으로.
Yeah, that's a huge grip of help that Ryoshu lost.
날 뛰어보라 너.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게
Oh no.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
지금이 기회인 것 같소.
Ooh.
승리네요.
지인데 관리자가 아니라 지휘관이었던 거 아니야?
소란이 줄었네요. 소란이 줄었네요.
한눈에 봤을 때는
Alright.
이해 보이긴 하지만
Destroy.
결국에는 유리한 구도를 만들어낸 것 같은데.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh, wait, something's up.
양호.
제대로 꽂혔는데.
Distort? No. I mean, Sinclair is pretty much dangerously close to corroding, but that would have been a bit of a problem there.
근육이 신나서 날뛰는 건 더 해치울 거 없어? 난 이제 시작인데.
A cleanup agent.
착수.
What's good, Seiko? What's going on? If anybody on the YouTube side is experiencing any kind of issues, I think it might be best to swing on over to Twitch side if you can. But if it's somewhat stable, then I'll see what I can do in order to make sure that the stream stays up. Because Restream seems to be having a bit of a fit.
깡총.
Or YouTube just does not like Restreamers.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
시원하네. 아, 술맛을 돋궈주는 좋은 풍경이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네요.
자, 출발해 볼까요? 어우, 여기는 답답한데. 나도 나가서 싸우면 안 되나?
계약대로 하자고요, 누님.
Yeah, it looks like they're getting tougher now.
깡총.
Ooh.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
Okay, those red flashes are really concerning me now. What's gonna happen? I'm better, probably because second monitor too. Oh, nice. Wait. A second monitor?
내가 눈에 새겨주지. 오, 머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
Ooh, denied.
생체 반응이 끊어진 객체의 기록이 감지됩니다. 만약 제가
Gotta give. Ah, okay.
성격이었다면 당신과 같은 걸 시도해보았을지도.
Ops 27. Appreciate the follow. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Oh, we can melt someone. We have enough charge in order to zap.
깡총.
Zap. Zap. Zappity zap zap.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 것이 됐어요. 놀라운 명령이에요. 적을 완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
뭐든지 하나씩 줄여가면서 시작하는 거지.
누님도 술병을 하나씩 들면 참 좋을 텐데 말이야.
There's this space. Alright, got Fanatic 2. Could keep building charge. So how did the dream go exactly, Seiko? 1, 2, 3, 4. Destroy!
개체의 유효한 속성을 정확하게 간파했습니다. 제 예상만큼 관리자님의 능력이 우수하다는 것이 증명되는 것 같아 다행이군요.
더 날뛰어보라고. 씹는 맛이 더 날뛰어보라고.
Alright,
또
let's
들어갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
throw in a capote. But that's already a shit ton of charge. overkill so we can gain some charge this way.
눈에 새겨주지.
Oh, essentially in the Gunbreaker animator game.
자, 이쪽입니다.
Interesting.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요. 다음은
Isen.
지금이 기회인 것 같소. 맘.
Oh, nearly corrode. Oh, and battle's over. Got a chance to breathe. This building, I think, a dagger with the grappling hooks. Manager Esquire! Halt! Behold, this poor fellow. He still lives. Don Quixote, her round eyes wide open, began spinning somewhere. No! Stay away from me! You monsters! Hey, man. We're not those monsters. You alright? Huh? That arm. You sounded mutated too, aren't you? It turned into some sort of bug-like monster. Ah! What? No. This is... Gregor stumbled for words before chuckling and casting his gaze toward the floor in disbelief. Homie cannot catch a break! Yeah, well, no surprise there, I guess. I suppose there's no way to tell right away whether this arm's a monster, prosthetic, or whatnot. It is possible that you are mistaken due to his bioprosthetic being of an older, outdated It is possible that you are mistaken due to his bioprosthetic being of an older, outdated make that is now rarely seen in the city. Ah, prosthetic. That's a relief. I thought this crazy bastard was trying to break in again. As you can see, my legs are messed up. I had no choice but to hide in here. So what are the W Corp employees doing aboard this train? Huh? You're right. From what I found out about the warp trains through identities, I can't imagine why any of them would be willing to board this train. You're the contract fixes, right? In order to assist you with the contract. I said we, but I'm the only one left. I know every single one of my colleagues suddenly began losing their minds in that car over there, and... This cannot be! Faust! Is there truly no way to cure the blood bags? My apologies. The access to that information is prohibited at the moment as well. Though her voice and expression were both serene as always, there was something gloomy about the way she said it. I may have been far too reliant on Faust in too many places. And then I was challenged to fight by the most main character looking guy ever, talking about Yami Yuki levels. Huh, so their hair was really out there. Faust muttered in a barely audible volume. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can do to help the sinners in a situation like this either. I'd also grown too used to Faust's omnipresent omniscience, because I could always trust it to be there for us. I was starting to realize that I don't have the means to consider and make my own decisions at moments like these. No. Maybe I was too reliant on everyone else. When the time comes for them to rely on me, when they can no longer function as they usually do for whatever reason, can I really match them well? Lead them to the right answers? Doubt, cold fear begins to rise like a dark plume of smoke. Well, what can I do, right? The agent struggled to some corner of the room. With a new lug, it pulled over a lever. They made good use of the space. And the wall behind what had initially appeared to be a folding chair for the employee spun open. Ooh, what in the name of the wings is this? Perchance thou hast hidden a weapon most feared by the Blood Fiends? That wholesome resemblance to the capsule we saw in the first-class car. But why'd that thing be here? The cleanup agent slumped into the pod that appeared in the wall. Finally. What is it? What is it that thou seekest to do? W Corp prepared a small hibernation pod for employees in case of these emergencies. Barely, then... Huh? Good luck with the rest of the mission. With that, he settled in the capsule and shut off the hatch behind him. When the door covering the pod closed, only the folding chair and the wall covered with viscera remained. He's gone. There he goes. He has departed the scene. The blanket stared at the wall the agent disappeared into. Well then, I guess we gotta... Let's move to the next train car. Keep on going.
전류가 너무 강하게 방출되었어요.
And on to the next car over.
아니에요.
애도의 시간이군.
But of course, things are always gonna fall apart at the seams, right?
오케이. 작전 지역 진입 확인했어.
네. 입감.
It just only seems fair.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
그 오물을 떼어내주지.
공격 능력 평가? 야호.
제대로 고쳤는데.
Not good.
저거 봐. 쟤 휘청거리고 있다.
Better a struggling result than a hopeless one.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
당신은 물론 지금은 기세를 다시 잡았군요.
뭐 위기에 강하다 그런 거야?
Zap. Zappity zap zap.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
한눈에 봤을 때는 불리해 보이긴 하지만
결국에는 유리한 구도를 만들어낸 것 같아.
Okay. Keep building charge.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Tear!
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다. 효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위
The mid-fight some kid I swear looks like the mix of Ronald Weasley and Nick Cage What? Like, I was kind of waiting for the weird moment to kind of crop up eventually, but not like that.
이곳은 그분의 초상이요. 가까이서 자세히 보겠는가?
Barely a bullet used.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
We can generate charge a lot faster with this.
불길 속으로.
줄었네요. 완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
맘.
And that's a done deal.
이게 바로 소위 말하는 엘리트? 나 승진시켜 주시오, 관리자 나리.
Alright, let's grab our spoils. Yeah, I could also get Heathcliff too.
이야, 시간 한 번 더럽게 잘 가네.
Oh, indeed it is, man. Indeed it is. I'm gonna need to get more threads, more experience. Definitely more of these. So I have a good reason to do more of those, whatchamacallits, mirror dungeons again. I was gonna chase the little shit when the other guy said, and I quote, "A true brigand doesn't abandon a fight or their gunpla." So you are basically stuck in a fight after getting pantsed,
정리 시간이다.
and you have no hope of getting away unless if you lose or win.
먼저 끝내고 돌아오는 친구는 맛있는 거 사줄게. 물론 카드로. 전투에 임하겠습니다.
Is that what I'm gathering?
오호, 이럴 때는 이런 식의 공격으로 대응하는군요. 기억해둬야지.
뭘 그렇게 끄적이는 거야, 미카? 실전에서는 다 기세라니까.
그거 그렇게 하는 거 맞아? 거의 한방망이인데?
Didn't help that I watched an episode about him to see if it held up.
처리해볼까요?
What, like the whole premise of the dream, or just
없을 거예요?
or your pants?
적중에 정신 못 차리는 녀석이 있네.
Oh, in real. Oh,
처리해볼까요? 인도적인
not enough
정치는
charge, so I may as well. Rip and tear.
다음은 어디요? 공격 능력 평가? 양호.
제대로 꽂혔는데.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
뭐든지
Right.
하나씩.
Oh, and now here we go.
거지.
누님도 술병을 하나씩만 비우면 참 좋을 텐데 말이죠.
Infected ones. Come with attack power down, so that might be helpful until we run into something really bad about them.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Well, they got a shit ton of charge though.
적을 완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
씹는 맛이 있는데?
지금은 기세를 다시 잡았군요.
뭐 위기에 강하다 그런 거야?
Nothing for on kill. I guess I could all go this route.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Oh no, you're not gonna reap the benefits. And you can take out these multi-crack fixes too.
그분의 초성이요. 가까이서 자세히 보게
아, 술맛을 돋궈주는 좋은
소란이 죽었네요.
공격이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네.
Zap! Zap! Zappity zap zap!
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
지금은 기세를 다시 잡았군요.
Another wave of backup.
위기에 강하다 그런 거야.
That should be easy money.
효율적인 대처로
You lost.
참고로 기계는 비대 발린 말다리.
But at least you're free from the fight then. You don't have to worry about the sheer embarrassment of just having your underwear in full view of everybody else in the fight. Also, like some sort of empty arena. And then again, you could probably just pull a Noriko and just don't give an absolute flying fuck.
근육이 신나서 날뛰는 건 더 해치울 거 없어? 난 이제 시작인데.
Now, this I feel like might be the focus fight here.
싱싱한 풀이 보이.
I'm just waiting for it. And it seems we also have someone that's going to be in their element.
좋아. 얼른
Because
끝내고.
mechanical amalgamations. Encore. You see where I'm coming from with this.
불길 속으로. 그 오물을 떼어내주지.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말다리 쉽게 하지 않아요.
Alright, everybody's fragile.
재밌는 녀석이 있네.
처리해 볼까요? 인도적인 조치는 필요 없을 거예요.
Might as well keep it short and sweet because if we let the class go any longer, it's gonna do a lot more damage. Even though Heathcliff is kind of resistant.
불길 속으로.
Oh, free stagger.
명령이네요. 적을 완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
쉬시게.
사냥이 성공적이었네요. 이 흐름대로 사냥을 끝내러 가보죠. 내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Also, a full stadium lost because guy pulled a believe in the soul of my gunpowder type crap. Oh, so they have that like the hidden power up that made them really tough to beat.
비틀거리고 있는 개체가 보입니다. 이전까지 있었던 대부분
Okay. Okay, so now I get it.
일격을 지시하는
You essentially become someone's character development. Essentially.
불길 속으로.
You essentially became someone's character development, and so on. And it was also a gag episode, two worst of it.
효과적인
Or rather, a fan service episode.
기억하는 게 좋겠어.
이곳은 그분의 초성이요. 가그가 있어. 자세히
벌써 끝나고.
That is certainly a weird dream to say the least, but also a very entertaining one
씹는
at
맛이
that.
난다.
나이스! 하나 제꼈다.
개체의 유효한 속성을 정확하게 간파했습니다.
Oh no, don't dodge.
관리자님의
It's your time to die. It's a chance to meet your maker. Whatever kind of hellish idea of death this warp train even gives.
직원들이 우세한 환경에 있습니다.
Oh, we got more of these.
관리자님이 제 말을 집중해서 듣고 있었다는 결과겠죠. 이런 과정들을 통틀어
Now got a pride stuff.
긍정적인 변화네요.
It should be the last of them, though.
이 파도 속에서 움직일 수 있는 오직 나. 깨어져라. 핫차!
1, 2, skip!
이 기회인 것 같소. 한눈에 봤을 때는 불리해 보이긴 하지만
Alright, and we end the party by making it rain.
내가 눈에
Make it rain!
이 스며들 듯한 비. 우산이 새진 않나겠어.
완벽한 한방. 시원한 걸.
씹는 맛이 다 죽어라.
Also, the pants thing might be because of my sleep habits I've developed. Having to wake up and drive for an hour makes you try. Right. That does usually kind of have a hand in it. Usually, like something that's part of a routine becomes not only intertwined within your life, but also the things that happen beyond that. Something caught my attention from the corner of my eye after another round of brutal combat. Huh? What's this now? Wait. T-Corp. We were on the final car adjacent to the freight car when we discovered that odd box with the T-Corp logo on it. Ah, just the emblem of T-Corp. It appears it was broken in the fierceness of our battle. Didn't that chief executive guy, Hubert, right? Didn't he offhandedly mention something about partnering with other wings? I guess it went cool with W Corp too. Such collaborations are not limited to T Corp. It is often the case that a wing may work with another. It is only on rare occasions that they urgently request the assistance of less significant, lesser known corporations such as our own Limbus Company. Their choice appears to be quite irregular. Hey, Draco, what's up? How's it going? And I saw those food posts, man. Those food posts. You're doing a number to me, man. I don't know. That nice Cuban breakfast and all that other stuff. I want some. I want some. But I figured that you also had a con too, right? Had a good nap? Hey, nice, nice. I guess after also, holy shit. I was looking at the background. Is that a T-Corp officer? Sounds like W Corp's heydays are long behind them. You want to come next year to Gen Con? Oh, yeah, where is Gen Con exactly? Or whether, the better question is, what is Gen Con? You know, more and more I really want to like head to like different kind of cons. Not only like anime cons, but maybe like, I've been meaning to go to like MagFest, but I never got a chance to. And the times where I do have the means to go, I'd never have the chance because I never really got the tickets or never really knew like what the dates were. But I also gotta have other people to go to cons with too. That's the other thing. I can't just keep going solo every now and then. I can't. Like, it's not miserable, but it feels like I'm shorting myself out of the experience. Gen Con is a Comic Con, but for board games, and it's called the Best 4 Days of Gaming. You can get. Oh yeah, I think Lawler talked to me about that too. Yeah, because there's so much going on that you can barely even cover everything unless if you just plot things out, and even then, that's still a lot. It's in Indianapolis. Or Indiana. Think they'll ever go to Comic-Con? Comic-Con is tough to get to. It got sold out all 4 days and got to the point where that some of the hotels canceled out. Jesus! Good lord! Then that must be a really poppin' con then. And going back to Comic-Con too, it's very tough to get tickets and it's very expensive, but nah, I'll honestly pass on Comic-Con. Both San Diego and New York. Those get packed way too fast. Anime convention, you at least have the benefit that you have some sort of walk room to kind of benefit from. Especially Anime NYC, which is coming up pretty soon, and I need to get well, I already have my passes, so I just need to set things up too for the other event that's going on. There's a Hololive concert in Flatbush that's going on the same weekend as say Anime NYC. So it's going to be bouncing between 2 different events. I have the, unfortunately, the concert starts at like 5, so I could probably just spend some time on like Saturday, maybe with the deets, and see what we can do from there, and then head to the hotel, or just head to the hotel first, drop off the stuff, head to the Javits Center, and then just head right back. They gave us the chairman suite in one of the hotels, had 2 TVs, a kitchen, a dining table, and coaches. And I saw the State of Capitol building right outside the window. Jeez. That is a view. And I'm pretty sure that would cost like a pretty fucking penny too. Oh, speaking of falling apart, this room sure got messed up, huh? It was difficult for me to ignore how Rhodia hurriedly swerved to a different subject as though she'd made a mistake. Even the tone of her voice shifted like she was catching herself. And the only charge is about $350 a night. That was shitting. The thing where we charge one. Yeah, I'll probably have the same reaction too. Something like that with a kitchen, dining table, coaches. I'm pretty sure there was like some amenities there that could probably just jacked up the price. All for $350 a night is insane. That's like being put up to like business class seating on a plane for dirt cheap. 2 mini fridges. Yeah. That's definitely a party room for sure. The various destroyed prosthetic parts covered in human remains indicate that this train car was boarded by several prosthetic equipped fixers. I can't think about that right now. Let's deal with the task at hand first. Well, it's not called the chairman's suite for nothing. Oh, definitely. It better be something high class for it to be named with that. Maybe these people were from the same office as that guy we met on the platform, remember? He said that he was warped over to T-Corp on an expedition. Look, it's almost like they're wearing all standardized sets of prosthetics. Same make, same model, everything. I believe I have read articles stating that certain offices do exclusively hire fixers with prosthetics. Wait, he's... We were walking through the bloody train car when we suddenly heard Sinclair's voice crack as though he saw something awful. Vi. He was the one we encountered on the train platform. As the fixers suddenly started venting at us. I'm surprised I could actually recognize him. Yeah, and he said something about going to T-Corp on an expedition and failing. They brought a whole train car full of fixers for this contract. I guess calling it expedition was no exaggeration. There are over a dozen of broken arms strewn about. They must have fought valiantly by replacing their broken arms with backup arms, perchance. A strategy indeed. There was one hotel room next to this train station with train coaches up on the second floors, rails and everything, and they were hurried into hotel rooms. Yeah. This is all a murder on the express. The Warp Express. Makes sense. That'll explain all the broken prosthetic arms and legs in this car. Executive Manager. This is likely an aftermath of a battle between fixers and the blood bags. Hey, thank you for stating the obvious. There were many similar cases during the war. Those using prosthetics would simply let their bodies be destroyed in battle because they considered them to be disposable as long as there was cash remaining in their wallets. Of course, the blatant lack of self-preservation often led them to their early graves. Maybe that's true. I see. There are more than a single possible interpretation of the same scene. I will remember both of your inputs. That's a good attitude. Employees with attitude like yours often made it to the end of the war. Yes, well, good for them. Boss Altus in an uncharacteristically snappy manner. Signs of fatigue were creeping into her pensive expression. She can't keep this up. Alright, Faust? It was rare to see any actual expression from her. I was starting to get worried. I am physically unharmed. Yet... Yes, I am alright. However, I do not enjoy the circumstances which we find ourselves in. As though I'm casting nets in nowhere, we're lost and isolated in a blind sea. I could usually complete these deductions within moments after establishing a few basic cross-references between the accessible information. The food trucks you might like, but it was more of a pain to get to for them for the last year. There's one Filipino food truck for breakfast. It had a dish with rice, egg, and hot dog. Ooh, that's a simple yet delicious breakfast. Rice, egg, and hot dog. Her voice was such a whisper for the second part of her sentence that even I could barely hear what she was saying. I know what you mean. Feeling like you're completely lost, obsessively casting net after net of the black rippless lake in desperate hopes that one of them might pull in something we could eat. No way to tell where we are. No way to tell if there's even anything to eat under the glassy water surface. Grasping at the straws, you know? The sense I find mired is not unlike your own. It's like lying my back over an unseen grave, with the reflections of radiance upon my eyes, and the sanguine scent hanging from the tip of my olfactory tells me I'm not I'm not of the forging path. It seemed that the first part of that sentence was well worded by Ishmael and Yasang. However, they walked up to her and shared a few words of consolation. By the way, I don't ever recall you talking like that, Faust. I don't know what it is, but you feel different from your usual self somehow. That is... Oh, I mean, I don't hate it. I'm actually glad you had a softer side. This unseen side of yours, it's unfamiliar, yet quite fresh. Is that so? Faust's reply was curt. She closed her eyes. As for the information provided by the pamphlet and the platform, it's like this train is composed of 12 passenger cars and one freight car. Because we're on the 11th car at the moment, that leaves a single car between us and a freight car in which Mephistopheles is secured. Which means there's a high likelihood that we will soon kill the blood fiends responsible for the creation of the blood bags aboard this train. just beyond that door.
I'll register that as a new quest on the list.
Well, how strong could it be if its fighters are this weak? There's so many of them, but we practically smashed through their entire horde. A different, more accurate interpretation would be to say that being capable of commanding a force as large as the blood bags we have defeated should be considered a high-risk entity. Hotsilog. Ah. I have yet, now that I think about it, I have yet to try like Filipino food. No, it's not Alexa, it's Burroughs. From Shin Megami Tensei. Although this is not common knowledge, there's a subcategory of fixers called blood fiend hunters who specialize in, yes, hunting blood fiends. Assuming that information is true, it can be inferred that blood fiends are difficult foes that require certain expertise to defeat. Now that I'm thinking about it, if blood bags are mindless thralls to blood fiends, then they're kind of like their private army, right? A being of power who can create a force of their own without concern for Lord morale or desertion. Wartime or not, they'll always make for formidable foes. Yeah. The cynics exchange various opinions with one another. I mean, to be fair, you woke up from a nap, so that lucidity hasn't kicked in quite yet. So you can just pass it off as I'm just still in that haze. Never admit that you're completely wrong. Just rolled off like water off a duck's ass. And all of a sudden, fie on this indecisive idleness! Our quest is to defeat the villain who hath brought up such pain and misery upon this train, is it not? It may be vaporizing the lifeblood of the innocent as we speak. Mighty or feeble, I care not. I swear upon mine honor that I shall smite this foe and let my hand of justice be the judge of their fate. Let us hasten now. Don Quixote's sudden outburst immediately put a stop to the chatter. She's not wrong. Besides, we have to deal with the blood fiend to complete our contract. With that, I open the door leading to the final car of this train. Plus, on the right side of my head has to be pounding for some reason since I woke up. Think you probably slept wrong, or probably feel dehydrated?
다른 사우들의 목까지 해결해버린 모양이구려. 보상은 없는가? 잠시 다른 일을 하는 것이어도 좋으니.
The one who lords.
정리를 시작하겠어.
This room. What is with that look on thy faces? Thou standest in the bodies of the prince. Where are thy obsequious smiles? He must be the cause of this outbreak. The blood fiend we must defeat. Fall to thy knees and grovel before royalty. Who the hell are you to make those demands? I shall impart this upon thee only once, so listen well. You may call me Cassetti, sixth kindred, a kindred of the sixth generation, the rightful prince in refuge from his family. Art thou the villain that brought such destruction and massacre upon this vessel? Art thou a chatty one, so rudely before your prince? Yet I am feeling generous, for I am quite sated at the moment. As thou must have seen on thy journey here, this place is a hall of banquet for a feast of most majestic. No matter how many bloodbags I create, no matter how much I devour them, the humans just won't stop coming. I only enjoy what was cast into my maw. He dons the mask for the purpose of merrymaking. Kind of like the masquerade event of the Refraction Railway. we see someone bound to a throne. Are they bandages? Or are they chains? To this blood fiend, this might be merely bandages, as just satiating his hunger for blood and all sorts of viscera. If we're really going to exchange pleasantries, why don't we take that mask off? Do you not even know basic etiquette? Oh, this mask won't come off. Can't take it off. Shouldn't take it off. There's no prince without the mask. We're so ugly behind the mask. So we all decided how repulsive we've become. But once you've drunk your blood full, then it all goes back to how it used to be. Only then I can unmask myself. Who stitched that mask to your face skin? Not a half bad job? Of course it is excellent. Because this mask was crafted by none other than the great, eminent, the barber himself, whose name I dare not speak. But it hurts so much. No, I'm smiling. Look how hard I'm smiling and laughing. Yes, I'm the prince. That's what I am. He's a bloody loon, ain't it? All right, down the giggles. Get ready for the beating of your life. Hi. Enjoy things like you and your friends. Don't cry. Bawling and bowling and sniveling on the ground for your lives. Lunge at me instead. The aggression. The boiling blood. Oh, how I love the fire. What are you, daft? Look around. There's 13 of us and only one of you. Don't let your guard down, Heathcliff. His energy has managed to turn countless passengers of this train into his blood bags. I ain't letting my guard down. But bless, there's so many blood bags we couldn't even keep count, didn't we? Couldn't even keep count. Oh no, but the count is so important. I had to keep count of our visitors. Oh yes, of course. I do remember to keep count of our dearest visitors. Yes, sir, I do. He's talking in circles. You have no idea how powerful I am, and I shall not relinquish my throne to thee from this budding kingdom. All I have to do is sit here and do nothing, and the bloodbags present themselves before me. There's no paradise like this out there. You have no idea what I did to create this place. Oh, how elated my forebear kindreds would be, should they be here to witness what I have created. This cornucopia of abundance, this pleasure, oh, this freedom. But this kingdom is mine. I made it. I'm not giving it away. This is rather curious. It appears that the Blood Fiend leaves his car only on rare occasions. Yet we have seen signs of his insidious influence throughout every car we visited so far. Then what he meant by how bloodbags present themselves before has to be... Hold on a minute! A figure suddenly and frantically charged into this car. It was Sasha, the fixer we ran into one of the earlier cars. Cassetti shrinks into his throne at the sudden burst of terror apparent in his face. Ah, it's thee! Hast thou truly journeyed here to assist in our quest? Lord, that villain is the blood fiend responsible for the tragedies that have transpired aboard this train. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Don. Her eyes are red. Help us slay that cur and eventually lead the passengers thou has protected thus far of this train. Blood fiends. What if there was more than a single blood fiend aboard? One still capable of rational thought. Damn, he actually made it all the way back here? I guess the wings don't give out contracts just to anyone. I fought my damnedest too, till I was the last one standing. What's she talking about? In the end, I stood alone with nothing but a single one of these forearms left. Yeah, the mic was just acting up a little bit. It was just electric. It was electric interference. Kinda funny how the perspective on life can just completely flip when you're really, really in the shit. I think my last thoughts were, man, I don't want to die. So I fell on my knees and pleaded. Told him that. Don't kill me! Watch out! I'd do anything to live. Blood rapidly crystallized around Sasha like a suit of armor as she swung her greatsword at the sinners, striking them even before Faust finished her sentence. Ah! What? What did I say? I commanded you to give me a warning before jumping in like that! Don't you know how loud your stupid arms are? I thought the family had come for me. Sorry, Lord Cassetti. Allow me to introduce my kindred to thee. To be the first of many since my escape from the kingdom I intend to build. My kindred, my loyal squire, who shall be at my side as I build a dynasty of my own. My family. Lord Cassetti, I intended to select a more powerful bunch to send to this car, as you commanded me. But the humans in my car were all weaklings. So I present before you this group from the first-class car. Kindred. Are you even aware of the exact nature of a kindred? Nah, but I can tell you this. I accepted my lord's blood into my veins. I thought I was reborn. I see. A kindred to a blood fiend is a sub-entity, similar to sub-entities created by distortions or abnormalities. It must have been desperation that drove you to accept that proposition without hesitation, despite the lack of relevant information. Maybe. That's probably what was going through my head before I became a kindred. Does she watch Vox Akuma? Well, I guess not. Thou hast been in cohorts with this villain all this time? As his underling? Even ere then, when I first laid eyes upon thee. Lady, you have no idea how much I freaked out when one of you asked something about red eyes. Not it would have mattered if it suspect me, though, since my red eyes is just a prosthetic. Then, the passengers who are under either protection. Haven't I told you that the count matters? The longer the line, the better. Shh. Dozens of blood bags began shambling into the room from behind Sasha. A small one among them stood out to me. My mind immediately snapped to the child who grabbed Don Quixote's coattails. I knew that the passengers were dead the moment we realized Sasha was a blood fiend. But this... I really, really hoped that I wouldn't have to face this reality. Not like this. There was a child. Yep, Luna wouldn't want to be the fixer if she got to grow up. Good thing she won't. Though, I can tell you on a good authority that living as a bloodbag is way better than the drudgery of Ned's life of a fixer. Believe me, I'd know. Hold thy vile tongue. Dreaming of becoming a famous effective fixer? And an actor of justice? It's all just a stupid pipe dream that always ends in crushing disappointment. Or, really, an early grave. Silence! Silence! Don Quixote did not give Sasha time to finish her sentence. She was already charging full speed ahead with her lance drawn. Blood-sucking bastards!
자, 맞서보죠. 우리들에게 이깟 파도 별것도 아니잖아요.
Okay, what are the extent of reinforcements?
깡총.
Ah, shit.
바뀌었다.
Wait, bleed on self. So we gotta avoid using any attacks that bleed too much.
깡총.
벌써 끝나가는군.
Alright, good, good, good.
양호.
어우, 제대로 꽂혔는데.
And some of them are already coagulated, so it might be a tough fight. Alright, free food. Wait, what's a buff?
벌써 끝나가는군.
Oh, almost. But he's pretty much gonna be dead the next time he moves. Gotta coagulate. Yeah, it buffs their offense and defense, proportional to how much. Or actually, let me see. Gain offense level and defense level equal to the value. And they're close to counter, so I can annihilate these.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Oh, just a. Ooh, one swing.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
And there we have Sasha. Consume 10 HP against. Yeah, let's hit that first.
내가 눈에 새겨주지.
Oh, Sasha.
오, 머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
I have a feeling she might get back up. After killing the rest of the blood bags. Because I think we still have Cassetti to deal with too.
한눈에 봤을 때는 불리해 보이긴 하지만
결국에는 유리한 구도를 만들어.
We can build. Save bullet.
눈에 새겨주지.
Oh no, never mind.
소란이 줄었네요.
Unbelievable. My first kindred to be created without the authorization. Is this a bumbling fool? I pray for your forgiveness, my parent. Be gone from my sight. At least thou hast brought me blood bags for sustenance. Yet it must be the responsibility of a parent to clean up the mess of this child. What a load of shit. With that, Cassetti reached out toward a pile of blood bags on the ground and... Hey, here we are. The main issue. Haha. Oh, what abundance. I had nearly forgotten this sensation. An armor-hardened blood materialized over the blood fiend's body. His sheer aggression and hatred was palpable enough to make our skin
I'll
crawl.
register that as a new quest on the list.
It appears that he's empowered himself by reaping their blood. Though my power is yet to fully return, this magnificent art from her is quite befitting of a parade for the prince who hath become a king. Wouldn't thou agree? Yes, sir, yes you do. Of course you do. Challenge me now, O rebels. Challenge thy king. There's a much tougher king than you out there, man.
생체 반응이 끊어진 개체의 기록이 감지됩니다. 만약 제가 인간이었고 조금 더 쾌활한 성격이었다면 당신과 하이파이브 같은 걸
You
했을지도 모르겠네요.
kneel before this king. Oh wait, I can actually comment from this. Yeah, he's just on one. Let's just put it that way. Just because he became a kindred, he's just pretty much sniffing his own farts.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
나는 이 왕좌에 묶여 홀로 통치.
Kneel before the king!
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 달린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
불청객은 당장 나가시오. 불청객은.
오호. 이럴 때는 이런 식의 공격으로 대응하는군요. 기억해둬야지. 뭘 그렇게 끄적이는 거야, 미카? 실전에서는 다 비슷하라니까. 자, 출발해 볼까요? 어우, 여기는 답답한데. 나도 나가서 싸우면 안 되나?
계약대로 하자고요.
Oh wait, gotta watch 15 SP. If my math is mathing, I should have enough.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Oh, this is gonna hurt like hell.
개체의 유효한 속성을 정확하게 간파했습니다.
Oh boy.
제 예상만큼 관리자님의 능력이 우수하다는 것이 증명되는 것 같아 다행이군요.
시원하네. 아, 술 맛을 돋궈주는 좋은 공격이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네요.
Oh, yep. Unless he has like another form, I am not concerned. However, I have a good feeling that Ishmael is gonna get staggered.
전투에 임하겠습니다.
Because that slash. Yep, Ishmael got staggered.
좋아, 장까지 찢어주마.
전술의 승리네요.
대단한 지휘인데. 관리자가 아니라 지휘관이었던 거 아니야?
Oh, okay.
바람도 딱 좋네.
He got all his health. Oh, I lost the damage race. I lost. I knew there had to be some sort of catch, but here we are. And now there's no way to actually stagger him too. I was about to say this fight is actually a bit easier than Time Ripper, but now we just get to the real meat of it.
이런 동료들 상태에 신경 좀 쓰셔야 할 것 같은데요, 관리자님. 전투에 임하겠습니다.
Man, it was like 55 off. But if Ishmael wasn't staggered, this probably would have been over.
그래, 다 조질 수도 있지. 뭐 와르르 무너져도 또 솟아날 구멍은 있다고.
Bloodthirst. Oh yeah, this fight's gone.
생각하겠어요.
This fight is actually gone. You are actually on a time limit. And if you don't kill him in time, it's pretty much that.
젠장. 어째서?
출발. 마침내 현장 투입인가.
준비되었습니다.
가볼까요?
출발인가.
자,
You can have these as backup units.
사냥감을
마침내 현장 투입인가.
화점에 두지.
말뚝을 쑤셔 넣어주죠.
I shouldn't have spent all my SP and ego on that, to be quite honest.
부상 없이 나오는 게 최고야. 알지?
당신들은 상관없을지도. 탈출 개체 확인.
I'll take that.
힘 조절이. 뭐든지 하나씩 줄여가면서 시작하는 거지.
누님도 술병을 하나씩만 비우면 참 좋을 텐데 말이죠.
직접
Alright, let it rip.
기회인 것 같소.
데이의 거스르지 말고.
직원들이 우세한 환경에 있습니다.
Alright, how much tremor do I have?
집중해서 듣고 있었다는
Not yet.
결과죠. 이런 과정들을 통틀어 신뢰라고 부른다고 하더군요. 긍정적인 변화네요. 직접 알게 합니다.
Not enough. But this should do.
제압 완료. 효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
힘들군. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
쉬시게.
뭐든지
Alright, now Sasha's in the picture.
거지.
누님도 술병을 하나씩만 비우면 참 좋을 텐데 말이죠.
한바탕 해볼까?
Add that fragility. And it makes a wealth of a difference. Bat. 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 Skadoosh.
공격 능력 평가? 양호.
어우, 제대로 꽂혔는데.
그런 것도 되죠.
And this should be easy stagger. Not even close.
시원하네. 아, 술 맛을 돋궈주는 좋은 공격이었어.
약점을 잘 찌른 것 같네요.
However, that did give me enough resources. Like, Sasha's just absolutely weak. She's not really gonna lay a finger on us.
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다.
I have a feeling, though, that her Mirror Dungeon version might be a bit different.
말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아.
Obviously, for the reasons you would probably expect of a Mirror Dungeon.
금방 끝내고 버스로 돌아갈 수 있겠다. 그치?
탈출 개체 확인.
Alright, Sasha's gone.
나이스. 하나 제꼈다.
Not enough pride.
직접 알게 합니다.
전술의 승리네요.
대지문데. 관리자가 아니라 지휘관이었던 거 아니야?
개체의 유효한 속성을 정확하게 간파했습니다. 제 예상만큼 관리자님의 능력이 우수하다는 것이 증명되는 것 같아.
Alright, run on the count.
오케이, 작전 지역 진입 확인했어.
네. 입감 양호합니다.
Let's see how much. Yeah, this should be enough for everlasting. So I just need to keep running up the count.
개체로부터
Oh, no, it's too late.
보이는군요. 아마 예상 가능하고도 뻔한 수십 가지의 범위 중 하나겠지만 대비를 해놓으시는 편이 좋을 듯하네요.
But I think it's fortunate that we have not.
직접 알게 하느라.
That we have not staggered him.
오케이. 작전 지역 진입 확인했어.
네, 입감 양호합니다.
Insight's at level 2. I think we can spend it.
직접 알게 하느라. 놀라운 명령이네요.
No shit!
완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
Nope, get that shit out of here.
오, 머리 좋다 단테. 방금 완전 좋았어.
I try to pull as much away. Because the most we can do now is just try and run offense.
직접 알게 하느라.
이 스며들 듯
Defensive offense, so to speak.
우산이 새지는 않나 모르겠어.
이렇게 하신 이유가 있으셨겠지만 당장에 납득이 가지는 않네요. 승리할 거예요.
제일 적합한 선택이었을까요? 이게
레인.
I'm never going back.
위에서는 다소 밑그림이 필요할 때도 있다니까.
I'm pretty sure that might get buffed up because of the offense levels.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Oh god! Okay, let's see. Gains a new pattern when stored blood reaches 0 for the first time. Fixes unit speed to 10 when using the skill I am the Prince of the Parade. I can kind of keep cock blocking them too. Have some mac and cheese? Nice. Anything else along with it? Like special kind of protein? Maybe chicken, ham? Or spicing things up a little bit? No, just mac and cheese. Well, this would actually be a good time to have Ryoshu because he has a lot of bind on them.
위협 경보. 위협 경보.
소대 기억나? 저격수한테 머리통이 조준당하고 있을 때 딱 이랬는데.
Actually. Get rid of that first. Get a shit ton of charge out of that.
내 앞을 막을 자는 없어.
Nope. Nope. Get that weak shit out of here. Get that weak shit out of here. Get.
너를 잊어도 반드시 되찾을 거다.
Oh, that's it. That's it. It's over, Cassetti.
그런데도 어떻게 끝이 보이네요. 조금만 더 해보자.
Woo! First try. First try. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Yes, I love your boiling human blood, but this is too painful. This guy keeps regenerating. No matter how many times we tear him to pieces. This. I don't know if we can. The mental fatigue finally got to Gregor and Sinclair, who collapsed to the ground. The strange environment of warp trains were proving to be a significant help to the Bloodfiend's regenerative ability. This fight's been dragging on even longer than the battles at Cape Corp, Border Checkpoint, or the basement of Wuthering Heights. I knew the descendants had all grown stronger since then, but I felt as though I stood before an impenetrable wall. Don? Don Quixote continues to wildly pummel the Blood Fiend with her lance, breaking, stabbing, and crushing him every time a body part regenerated. I am so hungry. Ridiculous. Thy hunger is no justification for this massacre thou hast wrought. Shut up! You don't understand! You don't know how awful it is. Survive on that disgusting book for 200. No, I don't even want to think about it. Shut up, be quiet. Sorry, please, just a small, please. So useless. No matter how many times you stab me, I shan't stop until all thy flesh and bone and organs are crushed into vicious, shapeless mush, never to become whole again. But the Blood Fiend's regeneration is powerful. He's regenerating as fast as Don Quixote is destroying him. He's just regenerating at an insane rate. You can't... My kindred. My child. Having given thee new life, invited thee to this banquet. So do thy responsibilities. The blessings of parent must be repaid, no? What can I do? Find their weakness, break their anchor, make them kneel and grovel for me in desperation just as you had. Wait, I think I got an idea. Sasha began looking around wildly, surprised by Cassetti's sudden command. It's the way they fight. It reminds me of the way we use prosthetic using fixers fight. Just as prosthetic fixers slowly lose their sense of self-preservation, their limbs becoming no more important than tools to be replaced. These idiots act like such abandon. It's like they have multiple lives to burn through. But nothing to protect them. They throw themselves wildly into battle like moths to a flame. And forget to look after what's really important. Like this little thing. With one of her remaining arms, Sasha picked up the master key card Faust showed her in one of the previous cars. Don Quixote, stop her now! Oh, my parent, I offer this gift to you. Don Quixote immediately leaped at the fixer, but one of her arms struck her way with great force. Ishmael and Rousseau, who had been holding Cassetti down, were no match for his strength without Don Quixote's fury. The Blood Fiend threw them both to the side and grabbed the key card. This is a key to the first-class cars, my lord. With this, grow your army of blood bags to bring glory to the kingdom. No. Cassetti examines the master key card with clear interest. Without that key card, we'll be trapped inside this train for thousands of years until it reaches destination. Dante, I believe myself to be trying my utmost to overcome this adversity. Without access to Faust's knowledge and intelligence. However, with our loss of the master key, the uncertainty of the circumstances greatly exacerbated. At the origin of this obstacle, Faust took a deep breath as if she was about to take a deep dive into the source of this trouble. Must be my over-reliance on Faust. From what I can tell, Faust has always been operating based on information she received from Faust. So, a situation like this, where she has to make decisions on her own, has to be unfamiliar to her. But Faust is an admirable sinner with or without Faust. I've been thinking about the same thing about myself, actually. That I've been relying too much on that perfect Faust. But even without Faust, you gave us good directions to follow after analyzing the information we brought you. Maybe uncertainty itself doesn't always have to be a problem for us. Remember? Thus the lack of plan itself becomes the plan. You said it yourself. I see. Indeed, among many, I am a Faust that believes in uncertainty. Our loss of the master key card is one but innumerable uncertain variables in the equation. The constant is, however, that the Blood Fiend is just as desperate as we are. Thus, the only option that remains at present is to compromise. You there. Looks like thou art the one who's been regenerating your friends. Stop. Stop doing that, alright? Don't kill a single one of them, or I'll smash your precious key to pieces. Major Esquire. Compromise? To comrades with a villain as vile as that cur. I don't have time to regenerate Don Quixote's severe injuries just yet. And the rest of the sinners are already unconscious. The only one sinner who can move and talk normally was Faust, who might just be around the clock for it. Yeah. Let's do that. Very well. Then, Cassetti, why don't we move the conversation to a more different location? Only I will accompany Dante to this negotiation. I will make my intentions clear now. Dante and I will not attack you there. There's no doubt in my mind that Cassetti must have been absolutely exhausted by the unending barrage of Don's attacks from Don Quixote and the sinners. About suggestion that we move the conversation to a different place without the sinners must have been a sweet one. Just you two? Huh. Yes. The freight car is immediately adjacent to this one. This is where we focus. This is where we further discuss what we have each other to offer one another. That clock must be thy monarch, then. And art thou one of the retainers? Correct. Very well. This will be a royal debate, then. It is only right that a royalty talks to no one else but the one who is his equal. Manager, Esquire. We'll be back in a minute, Don Quixote. Thus, we left the incapacitated sinners and Don Quixote, who watched on with hollow, despondent eyes as we walked away. We carefully made our way into the freight car. So, Faust, why are we doing this in the freight car again? Dante, this will be my first attempt. At a gamble. What? With that, the door shut closed behind us. Oh. Well, this is gonna be interesting.
결국 내 공부가 부족하지 않았다는 거네. 그치? 좋았어.
Oh, I think I know what's gonna happen too. Mephi's there. I know exactly what's gonna happen. So this passageway leads straight into Mephistopheles. This is where it all started. This stupid bus awoke me from my slumber. If only this bus hadn't completely filled up the freight car. I wasn't planning to start this parade so soon or create a kindred here. Dante? The connection has been restored. Connection? The suddenness of her statement briefly knocked me off my train of thought. I looked at her and cocked my head in confusion, and she replied with an even quieter whisper without looking away from the blood fiend. What in Mephistopheles has reestablished my connection to Faust. Ah, did you know this will work? No. As I've stated before, this is a pure, incalculable gamble based on my own uncertain hypotheses. The success helps me somewhat comprehend Miss Rhodia's fascination with gambling. A faint smile upon Faust's lip appeared for a moment, before fading away. Now that the connection has been reestablished, I'd like to make a complaint against the Gesellcraft management regarding the fact that they neglected to list information pertaining to the loss of connection within the interiors of the warp trains. However, finding a solution to this situation takes precedence. I have much reason to believe that their omission was done on purpose, but I hope such is not the case. Faust gently advanced toward the blood fiend. Let us discuss the details of our compromise. What are you willing to accept in return for the Master Key card? If that were just anyone, I'd wish upon to turn all of thee into blood bags and drink every last drop of blood. But thou art unlike a common person. My wish is to maintain the secrecy of this kingdom of mine for as long as possible. And thine wish is to leave this place, right? Once I relinquish the key card, to thee this key card, and once thou returnest to your first class seats, we'll live happily ever after like nothing happened. And when this train gets there, you get off the train. Everything goes back to the way they're supposed to be. How's that for a deal? Like nothing happened. Faust, what about the job we're contracted to do in the first place? Our memories and any signs of the battle will be entirely erased upon arrival. We have no way to relay our news, whether one of success or failure. If we had a means to defeat him, then at least W Corp would inform us that our contract was successful after the fact. However, this current scenario will leave us with nothing to show for, not even the smallest hint, and the contract will end in failure. However, what takes precedence over that contract is you and the sinner's psychological stability. It's not like we've been always successful, so that's something I could live with, but what about the other passengers of this train, and its future passengers? I remember the look on Don Quixote's face whenever we Whenever we come across these inevitable forms of injustice. Faust does not reply. Yet, the lack of reply was all on its own. Are we going to have to let them die? Innocent lives will be lost. We cannot prioritize lives over our safety. That must be Faust and the company's policy. And yet, I shan't allow this. Don Quixote? I thought her wounds were too severe for her to even crawl, let alone walk. With sheer will, she puts herself through the pain to reach the freight car. I will not tolerate this. We cannot let this vile wretch live and turn a blind eye to everything that he's done. It's her again! Again! What? You want to stay here for what is essentially an eternity with us in this train? I know the truth. Everything hinges on this key, doesn't it? As soon as I break this in half, you have to spend eons inside this. I care not. I would welcome the eons, should it mean eons of penance for thee. 'Tis much preferable to letting thy villainy go unanswered. Letting this place be the site of thine eternal judgment. Faustina grabbed Don Quixote. She'd normally be strong enough to wriggle free from her grips, but she had already pushed herself beyond her limits, merely by walking here. Faust, unhand me! Thou mustn't let him live! Master Esquire! Don Quixote, letting him destroy that key means that you'll be condemning the sinners to thousands of years of torment. I shall fill the millennia with the tales of legend that I read in the magazines. No time, however infinite, shall be too great to overcome should we endeavor as one. Certainly, you are aware of your suggestion is no solution at all, Don Quixote. And there has to be another way, no? Thou art both possessors of great wisdom, Faust, Master Esquire. Is there truly no path in which we may bring justice to the villain, and the sinners remain unharmed? The struggle begins to wane, but there's no acceptance. This was dejection. Wait, Don Quixote, no! In the commotion, we failed to notice that the Bluffina quietly advancing us. We had Don Quixote go at the last second, but we were a second too late. Oh, my dearest parent, forgive my transgressions for creating another without thy sanction. Thou shalt become the second kindred of mine. Cassetti screams incoherently as he leaps onto Don Quixote, piercing her neck with his fangs, before we even had a chance to do anything. Oh, I did not expect this to be the solution. Faust, what do you mean, the solution? According to the information I viewed in the past, and once just now, it's... Dante, take cover behind me and remain absolutely still. And please, do note that the other sinners must never hear a word about what is about to happen. Oh. Don Quixote levitates slightly into the air, the strings on her shoes unraveling as they slip off her feet on their own. She looks on with bewilderment as her running shoes fall to the floor, and Rocinante! I've always had this question swirling at the unfocused backstage of my mind. Why are you always so protective of those running shoes, Don Quixote? Running shoes? Ah! Does I speak of our dear Rocinante? Yeah, those. I have battled through thick and thin, feast and famine, with dear Rocinante. In sorrow and in joy, no matter the brutality of the trials that have struck me, it has been a loyal steed by my side for however long it hath been in existence. She doesn't know when she got them? Ah, Master Esquire, wherefore hast thou not saluted Rocinante as well? This may be a rather auspicious occasion to do so, no? Nope, I think I'm good. Be not so bashful. Go on ahead. Look, Stinky. Small girls torturing TikTok with Stinky. Stinky they are not. Scuffed as they might appear, Rocinante is in pristine condition. Also, thou shalt not address me as a small girl. Evacuate, evacuate. Don Quixote? Don't tell me you go to sleep wearing those Rocinante. Oh, I have always been quite certain that someone so esteemed as the Manager Esquire would care to ask me how Rocinante fares. I didn't mention that this question was inspired by numerous eyewitness reports from other sinners who saw her wandering the halls in her pajamas and wearing Rocinante. Verily, Rocinante and I remain bound together, even in slumber. There shall be no separating the two of us. We are bound not by deed nor want. We are simply bound together through plight and delight. Now that I think about it, every single identity of Don Quixote was also wearing those pair of running shoes, Rocinante. And the peculiar thing about her ego weapon too, her lance draws blood in a helix, like fangs. Why does she recover health when she uses her base ego? Now it starts to make sense. Have you ever taken them off? Take them off? Fie, whatever thou dost mean? As in, detach Rocinante from my body? 'Tis a very odd insinuation thou maketh. She looks at me with puzzled eyes, as though taking those pair of running shoes off was somehow an inconceivable idea. There was something much more than her just a favorite pair of running shoes. Her odd attitude of treating something so far removed from common sense as something completely ordinary. What does Rocinante mean to Don Quixote? What even is that thing? An overwhelmingly powerful pressure suddenly explodes, radiating in all directions. As the metallic stench of blood suffocates the bus, filling every corner of it with a sickening horror. Then, darkness. No. That's impossible! Hold on, let me see if I can... She is not only old, but she is also a blood fiend herself. But not just any. As far as what kind of rank she is, that's gonna be something to really find out during her canto. You see those horns? She's practically the equivalent of an Elder Lord. Or whatever the highest rank of vampires are. Probably the first, who knows? But the fact that her eyes have always been some form of focus. The only thing that probably was a hint was the She Association ID, where her eyes were red. One of her eyes are red. So it just leads us to believe that the hints were there. In all-absorbing darkness, voice is our only light. You are the second kindred. How did you? I should have felt your presence. I do think I saw a faint outline of an aura. I see a red aura, and a long fur adornment of sorts. The shimmering aura, I think I saw red eyes. You have committed the sin of filial impiety, transgressor. I know that voice, but I also don't. I never heard it in such a low, imposing tone before. It speaks towards the lesser being, The blood fiend, shriveled and kneeling, trembling, pathetic. Mercy! Oh, venerated ancestor! I beg for me, beg for the mercy of the second kindred. I beg for the mercy of the second kindred, I beg! Insolent worm. Ah! Crimson droplets of blood slowly rise out from the blood fiend's mouth before congealing and sealing his mouth. Oh, God! No language worming its way out of your maw shall be worth my ears. No. To commit the sin of filial impiety by attempting to travel against the bloodstream, to commit such abomination against your ancestor, I cannot well sanction your impudence of continued existence. Coagulate, and melt away. Cassetti's body begins liquefying into a slick stream of blood, his form curdling and crumbling, and dripping to the ground. Rapidly, yet ponderously, like that ice cream Don Quixote loved so much, melting away on the floor, heated under the searing sun. You. Don Quixote turned to look at me, was still on the ground after being thrown by the shockwave. In a cryptic look of pity, she uttered something. Indeed. You must be the promised timepiece. Something I couldn't quite understand. Rocinante. To me. Rocinante. I beseech you. I carefully reached out, grabbed her shoes, and slipped them onto her bare feet, one by one. One day. She gasped, stumbled, and slumped to the ground. Yep, so she is actually a higher lord, huh? Uh-oh. Bots. Oh, thank you. Let me see, what was the requirement? Within 15 turns. Okay, so I got that. Sometime later. Can somebody explain what's happened in a way that makes sense? And the descendants would be all shocked and confused. After all, when they include Faust and Don Quixote, it all came back to life after I rewound the clock. All that remained was a destroyed door into the freight car and disgusting obliterated remains of what was once Cassetti. Most personnel had lost their consciousness from the mental stress of their prolonged battle against the Blood Fiend. Whatever measure it was, the measure Esquire is taking it can be said that was appropriate. I guess so. Well, good work, everyone. However, the definition of most personnel excludes 3 individuals. Therefore, it will be most appropriate to direct any questions to them. Wait. Who are those 3? Faust. The manager. And Don Quixote, who is still unconscious. Huh. Really? The 3 of you? Oh, you were spot on. When did you ever have the time to notice that? Oh boy. I've identified the 3 conscious individuals by analyzing their walking cadence and voices, moments before my loss of consciousness. Right, so what's going on with the lass? Why is she out? Why is she still out cold? She appears to be in a state of deep slumber. As she is not in risk of death, she will be waking up soon. I remember everything, of course. Don Quixote's sudden transformation. She practically erased the Blood Fiend and his kindred from the world without even moving a finger. But I also remember Faust's last words. And please, do note that the understanders must never hear a word of what is about to happen. Don Quixote was unconscious, and Faust was answering every question with silence. It was only natural that the eyes would fall on me. That's, you know. Wait, that reminds me. Where's the key card? Last I remember it was in Cassetti's. It was in far more presentable state than he was before. Wait, so what about the key card he was holding, though? It has been half liquefied. The remains have melded with his finger bones. It appeared to have become one with his middle phalanges. Wait. Oh no. Everyone, calm down. Calm down. I said, calm down. I really should have packed more cigarettes. How about we force one of these doors open? The master key card is not an absolutely necessary. The master key card is not an absolutely necessary element to resolving the situation. Oh, how? It will require approximately 5 hours to formulate and proceed with an explanation in a manner that would allow the sinners to fully comprehend the exact how of this methodology. Therefore, it will be delivered to you in a digestible, summarized format. Oh, that was short-lived. She's acting all smug again. We can utilize the backdoor Mephistopheles. The steely confidence in her declaration was more than enough to win us all over. So we headed to the corridor past the back door. Don Quixote slung over one of our shoulders, and arrived at our destination. Whoa, is this P-Corp? I can't not ask what happened after seeing the state you're all in. Sandy, patter. Grains of sand and seashell-like things fell with every step that the sinners took. Ask someone after me to explicate. I can't. Grains of sand roll about in my throat with every word spoken. I'll explain the simpler gist of this plan as we made our way to the back door. To put it simply, we will spend the time at a space disconnected from the train. The train should be arriving at its destination in approximately 10 seconds, going by 8 Corp timescale. All we must do is remain somewhere in our original dimension for that duration. And with that, Faust came to a sudden stop in the middle of the corridors. Wait, are you seriously gonna just open that door? With this many doors in here, are you sure this is the right one? Yes, it is the correct door. Its safety is completely assured. Lass, at least tell us what's past that door. I did not bother verifying that particular information myself. It is necessary for future endeavors that I gain the experience of encountering something completely unexpected. What? Oi, wait! Faust did not wait for Heathcliff to finish his sentence before jerking the door wide open. Now, please enter through this door. With Faust's stern command, we walked quickly into a building that looked like a derelict, abandoned hospital of sorts. I think we walked in the middle of a sandstorm. Huh? Are we supposed to be indoors? How the heck is this even happening? Ah! I can't open my eyes! I got sand on my... No, wait. Is this a sandstorm? Are we inside a building? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sinners blurted out a colorful series of complaints, trying to cover themselves in the blasting sandstorm. But Faust continued to count in different rhythm before dragging us out before there just as urgently as she had heard us in. So, we managed to return safe and sound to the interiors of the warp train as it arrived at the P-Corp platforms. Now, the train was still getting cleaned up, that is, and with our bodies completely covered in sand. I thought we'd never make it. Whoa! Are you guys okay? How are these passengers? We're so happy to be done with this whole ordeal that even the W-Corp cleanup agents in the middle of cleanup mission looked downright hospitable. We are employees of Limbus Company. We board the warp train at the behest of your employer. Oh, so you are the guys that our captain told us about. They really let you guys keep your memories, huh? Oh, that reminds me. One of the employees must be sleeping inside the hibernation pod over there. Oh, that... I've never seen it in action before. Thanks, let me go check. The hidden compartment behind the chair that the cleanup agent crawled into. Inside it was... There isn't anyone in there. Maybe we're looking at the wrong pod. This is the correct spot. Then the disappearance of an individual who has once in this pod will indicate... I guess these folks are all in there in the head either. Maybe you guys are just mistaken? I doubt that. Yes, we must have suffered from a momentary collective hallucination caused by fatigue. Very well then. We'll see ourselves out. Faust cut the conversation short before the other sinners began asking too many questions. Now that I became intimately familiar with the meaning of that gesture, I followed her to the outside without another word. Alright. Have we arrived? Rise and shine, lass. Had enough nap yet? I see. I'll hear the details of the incident on the bus once we're traveling again. Understood. And all relevant reports will be sent to Deborah via LCCA. And? Regulus is already there when he arrived. When we arrived. You're sharing a conversation with Faust about what went down inside the train with a serious expression. I will now leave with Cowan and watch them unfasten Mephistopheles from the train. The minute hand on the manager's head seems to be desperately signaling that they have a lot of burning questions to ask you. Allow me to give you two some space. I was finally able to ask Faust once Vergilius left. Why did you do that? Faust's body was quite literally blasted to pieces from the sheer explosive pressure that filled the room the moment that Don Quixote's shoes came off. It was as though she knew that was going to happen. Because it was a preferable course of action to having the same explosive demise occur to your body instead. I do find it regrettable that you are made to turn the clock despite my knowledge of the high likelihood of my death upon that occurrence. No, I'm not blaming you for that. I just want to know how long you've known that Don Quixote is. That is something I've been aware of since LCB was first established. The same could be said of Vergilius. Of course. However, it was by the will of LCA's superiors that this knowledge remains withheld from the manager until the appropriate moment. And that appropriate moment was back there? According to my private judgment, yes. Well, as my connection to all communications, including one to Faust, has been severed, I was not in a position to receive the headquarters authorization for that action. Right. Though the full truth may remain obscured still. We are once again returned. Returned? That was a layered word. We've returned to one of war's platforms in our own destination. We've returned to our daily lives of speculating what's next in our path. And the usual Faust reconnected to Faust has returned. Yes. Faust replied to Yasang's nebulous wording with quiet affirmation. Please, do not take this query with any greater import than mere jest. However, do you suppose I shall see her again? Oh, okay. He knew, but I guess he also played along. Shot a puzzled look at Yasang. In a way, it was quite the pleasant encounter, was it not? Yeah, he knew. Like, from the first question that he asked, from the very beginning of this chapter, he already got an idea of what happened to Faust. Because, in this episode, Faust lost connection to basically what would be considered as a support network. Another Faust that was called the Gesellkraft. Or Gesellkraft. That support network was pretty much severed the moment that the whole incident happened. Yeah, essentially a hive mind. Or it's kind of like Brainiac, so to speak, where he even has like a network of information that he relies on. But once that network's cut off, he's just pretty much his own person. So in this situation, our brainiac, Faust here, lost access to that network. So she started acting on her own accord, started making her own decisions, and so on. One thing's for certain though, she has an unbelievable poker face. Whew. The incident at the warp train was such a chaotic mess that it felt shorter than it really was. I also learned so much about so many things. But it was too soon to start racking your brains about what kind of nonsense trial we were about to face in P Corp. So I decided to enjoy this momentary peace. How do we find ourselves at P Corp? Wherefore is my throat so parched? Huh. I'm too tired to explain. Chiquita, you missed out big time on one crazy adventure. Huh? That vibrated the last few grains of sand out of my ears. His hands look at Don Quixote's bewildered awakening, grinning. There's no way to know what we'll be facing here at District 16, where P Corp is located. But we got this, right? The same faith I saw in Faust who believes in uncertainty rises within me too. I looked up to Faust, only to see that Faust was looking at me as well. She nodded at me with her usual, barely noticeable smile, and I gave her a light nod back in return. Time to find ourselves another golden bow. And so concludes the murder on the Warp Express. Let's claim our prize and do our pulls. And if we are lucky, we can say that we've been blessed. If not, then that's just chalking up to just sheer luck. Hey, we got something. We got something. This might be a nice little farewell gift or not. Well, who knows? No, it's a midway chapter. Intervals are always like that. But once we get to the main canto number 7, then we might have the after story and credits and stuff. This is just like a in between. It's not filler because it's not like it's not filler in the sense that it does tie into like the next portion of the story. Just like how the intervallo for the stuff between Canto 4 and 5 kind of wraps things up and also leads into the next chapter. So I don't think we have until like next month until the next Canto comes around. Ooh, 2 golds. Just my luck. Just my fucking luck. Just my luck. Shan't we try again? Let's try again. Yep, they're dupes. So that just added more ego shards. Yep. More dupes. Okay, so I was not lucky. But I do have plenty of points to spend, so maybe I can feed this gambling addiction. All right, that's Another one of those. Also need to get more threads, so I might do some mirror dungeon in order to get that squared away.
하나, 둘.
Ooh, new ego.
지면이 울릴 때마다 네 업을 떠올려라.
Also, I need to really, I need to really pack up too because I gotta get ready for work. I haven't even taken a shower yet. And I do not want to go to work smelling like I haven't. Oh yay, another.
부지런 세계 고기를
All right, so at least there's some luck coming my way. A new ego and a new ID for Rogia. Let's try again. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, it's 253. And it's cold. I don't want to really think about the consequences, but I'll just take it with a grain of salt. Excuse me. Okay, so I think it's time that I mosey on out of here. So let me see. Yeah, I'll send you. Oh, wait. You know, since I'm kind of pressed for time, I'll probably forgo that. So, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a wonderful time with the stream. This, and that, the other. Have a wonderful day. Peace. Love. And drink your water. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to the next content that's coming up too.